The locks at the top middle of my head are thick. Hair caught on fire. Your girl is broke. I was so used to my hair being straight and neat and not frizzy at all. Happy Saturday. It is hair maintenance day. I have nothing else to do today, so I figured it was time to show my hair some love because it's been a little while. Not too much on me. While I'm doing my hair, I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about my hair journey and why I decided to like my hair. So let's get started. This is what my locks look like freshly washed. And I just used a shampoo from a local business here in Virginia. I have a lot of new growth, so I will be doing a retwist, and then I think I'm going to do like a 2-strand twist type of style because I want my hair out of my face. I have a 3-way mirror setup here. I love this thing. It really helps with making sure that I'm keeping my part straight and I don't have to ask for help from anybody. Then I have some warm water here. I'm going to be using this as I am double buttercream, and then I like to use the locking gel. Of course, I have my brush and comb, a couple hair clips, a hair tie, and then because I'm doing 2-strand twists, some rubber bands. First, I start off by just sectioning my hair off. So I'm gonna just pull down the first row and I'm gonna be retwisting. Since my hair has been air drying for a little while, I'm gonna be spraying my scalp with some water before I start to detangle and pull apart my locks. Parts to be perfect. I just need them to look kind of straight because I'm doing this myself. I try to avoid putting product directly on my scalp just because I feel like it lasts longer and I have less product build up when I do that. I try to keep my lock more in the center when I'm retwisting, and I twist in the direction that feels right to me. Then I just like to put a little bit of product on my palm, and then I'm just going to palm roll my lock going down. That helps with some of the frizziness that I experience. Normally I would use clips, but I threw all of mine away when we moved and I never bought any more, so I don't have any currently. I'm gonna go ahead and get like the first 2 or 3 rows done and then I'll come back on camera. I ain't gonna lie, my arms are tired. And I am almost done. I know I told you I was gonna come back on camera when I was done with like the 2nd or 3rd row, but I'm trying to work on the vlog and I'm trying to work on it. So yeah, this is what the back is looking like. I get so confused looking in the mirror when I'm twisting, so I've had to restart a few times. I am going to finish up this back part so that I don't have to have my back turned towards y'all while I'm talking. And then when I turn back around, we can talk about why I like my hair. Right, the back is completed and this is what it's looking like. I lied. I have 2 left to do in the back. Y'all can stay on camera for this. The locks at the top middle of my head are thick. And that's because I was rushing. When I started my locks, I was rushing when I got to the top of my head because I was tired. And also, I didn't really care at that point. I just wanted my hair to be done. And I feel like I did a good number of locks for myself to be able to maintain. I do wish that I slowed down when I got to the top middle just to make maybe the top 2 rows not as thick, but it's cool. They still look alright. And this is where I get confused because I have to twist in a way that makes my arms feel natural. And then I never know if I'm twisting the right way until I let it go. And if it unravels, then that means I was doing it wrong. My fiance is downstairs on the phone, and he don't realize how loud his voice is. So hopefully y'all can't hear him. I closed our bedroom door. All right, that is good. So then I'm just gonna take the bottom of it and just roll it a little bit just to protect the end of my locks when I put the rubber band on. Even though it's not as long as the other ones, I still do it to protect the end of my lock. All right, now we're done with the back. I feel like those are gonna be sticking it up. Okay, this is what the front is looking like. I got 1, 2, 3 rows left. Hopefully, maybe 4. 4. God dang. Alright, so starting from the very beginning, I've always had thick hair. My mom used to tell me that I had the kind of hair that you could just slick back with water and grease. That was until my stepmom put a relaxer in my hair, and my mom was livid. I've also had another person take me to the hair salon to get my hair done, and they fried my hair. Fried it. My mom was also upset at that. I used to wear these big poofy ponytails when I was younger, so like elementary, middle school, whatever. And I was at this lady's house. She had candles on her bathroom wall. And when I went to turn around in the bathroom, my hair caught on fire because it touched the candle. I didn't know it was on fire until I walked out the bathroom and my sister said, "Oh my God, your hair is on fire." So I started running around going like this, but by the time I got all the fire out of my hair, it burned most of it off. So I went from this big poofy ponytail to this tiny little part girl ponytail, and that was not fun. Not fun at all. It took a while for my hair to grow after that, but it did grow. And for most of my life, I have been a straight, natural girl. Going to the Dominicans, they had my hair laid, but it was fried and damaged. I started to like venture out and try to find black salons that could manage my hair type. One thing that I hated was because how thick my hair was, I always ended up in the salon way longer than the average person. But I've had a few bad salon experiences to the point where like it's like they take walk-ins. You walk in and they're supposed to come and service you as like whoever's next in line. One time I went to the salon and the stylist just kept skipping over me because they didn't want to do my hair, the thick hair girl. And that was my key. I should have got up and left, but little old me stayed. The stylist that chose me, baby, she tore my hair up. I wanted my hair cut into layers, and I also think I got some color. The color was fine. I think the color I wanted was terracotta, so it ended up like having to be a process where you had to lighten my hair before you could get the color that I wanted. So when she was cutting my hair into layers, she did not know what she was doing. And then she like curled it to hide the mess that she made. When I left out of that salon, I was so disappointed. My hair was so choppy. It was not what I wanted. But what could I do? It ain't like they could grow my hair back. Whatever was done was done. Whatever. I complained. I got some money back from my service, and that was the last time that salon saw me. After that, I didn't know what to do. All right, we had to relocate to downstairs. I want to show y'all how I do a flat twist into a 2-strand twist. I'm not good at tutorials, so I'm trying my best. I take my first 2, and then I'm going to do this back one over. And then it's kind of going to be like I'm taking the front one and just wrapping until it's flat back like that and matches where the third lock starts. Once I do that, then I'm going to treat this now as one lock. And you take your third lock, and this one is going to go over. Then you start your 2-strand twist. And I kind of twist and twist, 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 twist. That's the best way I can describe it to y'all. So you see how now like this one is shorter than the one it's combined with. I want to just make sure I'm twisting tight to lock this one in once I run out of that hair. Okay, and then this one is going to be short, so I'm not going to be able to bunch it up like I did these ones, but I still want to protect the end of this lock. So I am just going to bend it up like that, twist it around to lock a little bit, and then I'll put my rubber band on. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll show y'all again for my last one without talking. Love this hairstyle. These are all about the same. So I just twist it down all the way to the end. And then I'm still just gonna bend this up, wrap it around, and then put my rubber band on. There we have it. All done. Back to what I was telling y'all about my hair journey. So after my hair caught on fire, I was trying to like embrace my naturalness, and I wanted to wear it curly. So I got a texturizer. That was an epic fail. I could not find the right products to help me keep my hair from drying out when I wore it curly. So that was a stage that was very short-lived. When my daughter was like, I don't know, 2 or 3, I did a big chop. I'll have to insert a picture of how short I cut my hair, but it was giving soccer mom. I cut it really short, then I let it grow out a little bit and cut it a little bit to where it was like tapered around my ears. So kind of like I think those cuts were called like a mushroom cut or something. I don't know, I'll insert a picture of how that looked too. At that point, I thought, okay, maybe it would be easier to maintain my curls. No, my head was looking a mess. I still didn't know which products to use. It was a terrible stage for me and I hated it. So I spent a lot of time in braids. I let my hair grow back out, tried a few stylists, and then like during COVID, I found a stylist that I really, maybe it was like a little bit before COVID. I found a stylist that I really, really, really loved. She ate my hair down every single time, never missed. My hair was beautiful. It was just that my appointments started to become less enjoyable. The thicker my hair got, the longer it got, because of the detangling process. The detangling process was, it was rough. And I hated the detangling process. My last straw was, I was going on a cruise. I think this was 23, whatever year I got engaged. I did some small knotless in my hair. It took me like 6 days to do those knotless. They were small, they were long, they were cute, but I was like, never again. The stress of always having to worry about what am I going to do to my hair when I had somewhere to go, that was just, it was stress that I was sick of. And that's why I lock my hair. So locking my hair was not a spiritual reason. I just knew that it would be convenient for me because I'll be able to maintain it on my own. And I have had a love-hate relationship with my locks. In the beginning, I hated the frizz. The frizz was the worst part of the journey for me because I was a straight hair natural, so I was so used to my hair being straight and neat and not frizzy at all. So that was a struggle, but I got through it and I started to love the frizz. And I actually prefer when my like retwist starts to get a little old and it starts to get a little frizzy because I think it's just so cute now. But yeah, I've only had my locks done twice professionally. I fell in love with my loctician. So she's gonna be doing my hair on my wedding day and I'm super excited. This is actually similar to a style that she did on me the first time I went to go see her. And as y'all can see, I miss her bad. But I'll see her next month. She's gonna be doing my wedding hair. Let me know how y'all think I did. I think it came out really, really good. I don't have to worry about hair in my face. And my bridal shower is in a couple weekends. So I think like this will last me for at least 2 weeks in this style. And then when I take it out, my hair will be curly. So then I can do something different for the bridal shower. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed my little chit chat and retwist. So let me know if there's other styles y'all want me to try. I could try my best. I usually just go to Pinterest for inspiration and then try to do it myself. So love y'all. Bye.